The Chicago Bulls have always been synonymous with greatness within the NBA. The memory of a golden era, led by Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen, remains alive in the hearts of every fan. But the truth is that the franchise has faced years of ups and downs, trying to find a solid path back to prominence. In this context, any rebuilding move is closely monitored, and among the most recent additions, one name is starting to gain prominence: Noa Essengue. The young Bulls draft pick has been attracting increasing attention, and his development shows that this may have been one of the management's smartest decisions in recent years. Before continuing, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Here you'll find in-depth analysis, behind-the-scenes footage, and everything about the Chicago Bulls. Your support strengthens this community of passionate fans and ensures we continue to bring you exclusive content you won't see anywhere else. When Essengue was selected, many questioned the choice. After all, in a draft full of high-profile names, he wasn't among the media's favorites. But it's precisely in these types of scenarios that big hits happen. While most eyes turn to the most high-profile prospects, teams that know how to look beyond the obvious can find hidden talent. And it seems the Chicago Bulls may have found a gem in the rough. What we see now is a young man developing rapidly, displaying qualities that go far beyond what was initially imagined. The most impressive thing is his adaptability. Typically, rookie players need a long time to understand the intensity of the NBA. The physical, mental, and technical demands are absurd, and not everyone can handle them right away. But Essengue seems to have arrived prepared. His demeanor on the court, the energy he transmits, and his understanding of the game already place him at an above-average level of maturity. For the Bulls, who urgently need a solid youth foundation, this kind of profile is a true treasure. Defensively, he shows promising instincts. Contesting shots, fighting for rebounds, putting pressure on the opponent, and giving his all on every play, Essengue has already made it clear that he can be a key part of the team's defensive rotation. For a team that has suffered for several seasons from a lack of intensity and consistency in this area, having someone with this mentality is a huge plus. Furthermore, his dedication to training and willingness to learn are characteristics that strengthen his chances of long-term success. His offensive aspect is still a development point. No one expects Essengue to become a scoring star overnight, but what's clear is that he's already showing interesting flashes. His athleticism allows for good infiltration, and over time he's likely to develop more shooting skills. The simple fact that he's already gaining confidence in this area is noteworthy, as it indicates a clear path for growth. And if he can combine his defensive skills with a developing offensive arsenal, the Chicago Bulls will have a complete player on their hands. Of course, developing such a talent doesn't happen alone. The coaching staff plays a crucial role in this process. Providing confidence, knowing how to balance minutes on the court, correcting mistakes and enhancing strengths are factors that can define Essengue's future. Fortunately, the signs are positive. The Bulls seem willing to invest in his development, understanding that there's no need to rush anything, but also ensuring he's given the opportunity to demonstrate his potential. This balance is crucial to prevent promising young players from falling by the wayside. Fans, as always, are already starting to build expectations. Bulls fans are accustomed to waiting for new stars to emerge, and with each practice, with each positive news about Essengue, hope grows. He's not yet a solid name, but there's something special about his trajectory that makes fans believe he can become more than just a rotational piece. If he continues at this pace, we could be looking at a player who, in a few years, will be seen as one of the franchise's biggest draft picks. It's interesting to consider the impact of this choice within the larger context of the franchise. The Chicago Bulls need to rebuild not only their roster, but also their identity. In recent years, there have been attempts to build competitive teams based on veterans, but the results have fallen short. Now, investing in young talent and developing players in-house could be the key to regaining prominence. And that's where Essengue comes in. He symbolizes this new mindset of looking to the future with patience, but also with the conviction that it's possible to return to the top. Another important layer is the comparison with other draft picks from the past. How many times have we seen underrated players become the centerpieces of championship teams. NBA history is replete with such examples, and if Essengue follows this path, the Chicago Bulls will have much to be proud of. After all, discovering talent where few others have seen it is one of the signs of intelligence and long-term vision in the sport. The most fascinating thing is realizing how this narrative connects the present to the future. Today we see flashes of potential, effort, and evolution. Tomorrow we could be talking about a player who's crucial to Chicago's plans. Fans are already beginning to imagine what he could represent in a more mature rotation, surrounded by players ready to compete for greater things. This kind of imagination is healthy and reinforces a sense of belonging, a belief that better days are ahead. The Chicago Bulls are at a crucial point in their recent history. The team needs to decide whether to remain stuck with short-term prospects or truly invest in developing young talent like Essengue. And if patience is the choice, the future could be very promising. Of course, there are risks. Not every prospect becomes a star. But so far, all signs point to something positive. And that's enough to rekindle the enthusiasm of a fan base that has long dreamed of returning to the NBA's top. And you fan, what do you think of this bet? Does Noa Essengue really have the potential to become a central piece in the Chicago Bulls' future, or will he just be another rotation player? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to follow every detail of this young man's development and our team's entire journey toward the leading role we so desire.